this here. Fetching a preview. Okay, boom. Okay, we are live. Let's see. So just drop in the chat. Let's see. Notepad, notes, a new note. Ask your questions in the chat. Any. Okay. Make this pretty big. Title. Then we want to increase the size of it. Okay. Okay. So right now I'm just gonna start another activity. Um, so for those, okay. So hey everyone, my name is Chuma Okoro, and I'm a software engineer at Etsy. I work on the API there for the native apps teams, and welcome to my live stream. So you know, this is my first live stream ever, so I'm still working out the rough edges. But I just wanted to live stream for just an hour a week. Maybe this could potentially go more or less. You never know. And basically, I just wanted to, first of all, like show people, I guess for like people trying to get into the software engineering tech domain, show people that, this is very achievable and, to kind of like show them that like, hey, it's not like software engineers, even if they're in the industry, no one knows exactly what they're doing. So there's going to be a whole bunch of problems that you may potentially have, and that's okay. And you'll see, as I go through this coding stuff, um, you know, how I come across problems frequently and how I go about solving them. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. So I wanted to learn Android development for a couple of reasons. One of which, I used to have an Android, so I used to be like, oh, okay, like Androids are lit, Androids are better than iPhones, and I want to use an Android. And but now I have an iPhone, but I still want to do Android development because, like, it's the most used, cellular device in the world. You go to Nigeria, that's my home country. Everyone uses Android. So I wanted to learn. I'm learning now. I'm looking at this tutorial that someone sent me, and I started a little bit of it, but I'll just kind of show y'all what's going on. So I can try to build this application right now, just so you guys see where I've gotten. So if I just comment out that anything that's giving me red, so I might just comment out this entire thing since this method isn't really being used yet. And then I'm gonna just run it, build the app. Uh-oh, can't show y'all. For some reason, I can't show y'all display capture, card source, video capture device, window capture. Okay, I'm just trying to show you guys a window, and for some reason I can't. Here. Okay, I got the Android emulator. Okay, let's see if I can make it smaller, and I can kind of show y'all what's going on with it. So this is my Android device. This is my emulator, and here it is right here. You drag it up. I don't know what's going on with it right now. Hello, are you responding? Oof, oof. Technical difficulties. Okay, let's go. Click, respond. Do what I want you to do. Okay, okay. So, right now I'm trying to get my Android app to show up, but I think because I'm running so much software that it wants to act up and not listen to me. So, yeah, okay. But you guys can see it. Okay, the message is showing now. Enter a message. So basically, I only have this little box and then a send button. And if you look at my code here, that's what I have. Um, that's pretty much what I had. Activity main.xml. This is where that stuff takes place. And here, why is this so small? Okay, yeah, I only have the enter a message and the send button. Okay, look, it looks like I have one viewer. Okay, look, got my first viewer, gang. Okay, um, hey viewer. I say hey viewer. Hey y'all. It says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What? Okay. Okay. So acting kind of wacky right now, but don't fear. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of like just do what I'm doing. So this is what you guys see this Android thing right here. You see what's going on here. Um, yeah. So now I'm making some changes following what this says. So it says respond to the send button. Follow these steps to add a method into the main activity class that's called and the send button is tapped. Okay. Oh yeah, so I added a new method. This method was called, it's in the main activity class, it's called send message. So basically what this tutorial wants me to do is send a message whenever the button is clicked. So right now that send message method is empty and it needs to do stuff. Okay, so it wants us to add that. Okay, we did that. And then I did this already, which is basically attaching this send message to the on-click attribute the um, for the button. Oh, by the way, I'm writing this all in Java, but the newest and the latest and greatest technology for Android development is Kotlin. Um, Basically, like Kotlin is like the new thing, and everyone wants to be on Kotlin. But I don't know Kotlin, and I'm not gonna try to learn Kotlin and then do Android development because then it's never gonna get done. I already know Java since that's what I learned in school. So I'm just like gonna go like fuck it and go with Java. Um, okay, so we have okay, so I'm just following this like kind of reading the code and copying it. An intent is an object that provides runtime binding between separate components of just two activities. Okay, intent represents an app's intent to do something. Okay, duh. You can use intents for a wide variety of tasks, but in this lesson, your intent starts another activity. Okay, that makes sense. I was also kind of taking notes on this stuff. So if you see, like I have this readme.markdown file. So I'm gonna put all these changes in these notes. So I took notes on the intent stuff here already. That's all gonna go to the repository. So, be sure to check that out. Um, anyone checking my thing on Facebook? Let's see. Um, okay. So, what's next? So I'm gonna put this, uncomment all this stuff. Okay. Activity. Expect Android symbol to cannot resolve symbol. So I imported all of this stuff. These are the classes that I'm using in this the different components. These are other classes, but these are the classes I'm using in this class. Um, yeah, Java is an object-oriented programming language. So everything is an object. So I represent new entities in that form. I can actually do a talk on like what object-oriented programming is and like be more detailed. But as for brevity, you can do some googling on your own too. Be your own master. Um, here's what's going on in send message. The intent constructor takes two parameters. Blah blah blah. You can kind of like read this stuff on your own, just because I read it already and don't feel like reading it again. Your key is actually, I'm gonna read this stuff. Your key is a public constant, extra message because the next activity uses the key to retrieve the text value. Defining keys for intent extras with your app's package name as a prefix. This ensures that the keys are unique in case your app interacts with other apps. That makes sense. The start activity starts an instance of display message activity that's specified by the intent. Here, next, you need to create that class. So this is still red because I haven't created that class. So that's what I think this is going to make us do now. So it's going to create the second activity. To create the second activity, follow these steps. In the project window, right-click the app folder and select new activity. So right-click the app folder. So app, where's the app folder? I think this is it, right here. I'm gonna right-click it, but this thing wants to take its sweet time. Oh my God. Okay. And then what is it? New what? New activity. Wow. Come on. New. Open up. New. Open up. Activity. Where's activity? Here. And then we want to empty activity. Empty activity. Boom. Open up. Open up. Taking way too long. Yeah, I definitely, please give me streaming software recommendations because this thing is just too much. Okay, this activity is going to be display message activity. That's so we can resolve that issue for activity name. And then leave everything else as the default. Okay, next, next, next. Why? I'm gonna just hit finish. Okay. In the configure activity window, enter display message activity. Okay. Creates Android Studio automatically does the three things. Creates it, because it creates the layout. Okay. Good. The XML file, and then I can also use the drag and drop. I'm gonna mainly be using the drag and drop. That's what the this tutorial does too. But XML, it's not incredibly hard to learn because it's just like it's a I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a declarative language. So it just tells you what's there, what's on the screen. So there's not much logic and stuff involved. Which corresponds with the display message activity file. Adds the required activity. Okay. Run the app, tap the button, the second activity starts, but it's empty. This is because the second activity uses the empty layout provided by the template. Okay. So this should work then now. So let's see. Okay. Main activity. Okay. And then, oh, is this resolved? Hey, let me try to hover over it. Let's see. Hey, so it picks up the new activity that was just created. So yeah, if I hit rebuild on the app, it kind of takes a while, but it does the job. Seems like the stream is kind of doing wacky, but gonna hope we persevere. Oof. Okay. Oof. Okay. So if I didn't see this restart, but if I hit send, it should open up a new activity. If it doesn't, then I know it didn't work. Actually, no, it's still running. Okay, the Gradle build is still running. So while the Gradle build is running, let me know if you have any questions. Right now it says I have concurrent viewers 2. So I'm assuming I'm one of them. So it seems as if only one person is watching, which is okay. You know, empires weren't built over time, and this will be, yeah. And the YouTube thing is like kind of not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming because of this OBS software. Please let me know if you guys know of any other software. Um, yeah, just let me know. I would really appreciate it. Wow, is my emulator restarting? Okay. Oof. Okay, emulator's restarting. So, yeah, we'll just have to hope for the best. Or the emulator's not restarting, but the the operating system on the emulator is restarting. Like the emulator stayed open, so I don't think it restarted. Okay. Okay, encoding overloading. Consider turning down video settings. How do I do that? Can I do that? Okay, just to kind of show you guys what I'm like working on and doing here. Okay, no, I can't do that. OBS, but basically this dictates how the stream works. Okay, settings. I think I can change the settings. Okay. Whew, yeah. When is this thing gonna finish?